But it was just a silly old legend. What is his name? The king asks. Aleph, the chancellor replied. The king sat speechless at his desk. All he could think was that after 6 long months, everything that he held true had crumbled, and he'd given up hope, but now, could it really be? Could he dare to believe it? The king looks down at the battle maps and reports that lay strewn across his desk, without really even looking at them. It was all the same. He'd seen them before, with the ball of light stolen. All around him was laid to ruin. His armies had been crippled. His kingdom was terrified and under constant siege. His wife was gone, and now his little girl. Have this hero brought to me at once. The chancellor seemed surprised and hesitated. Sire, he's just a farm boy. He has only had militia training and nothing more. The scholars only have a faintest hint that he could possibly be a descendant of Erdrick. And you know the tests are unreliable. While I do not question the boy's heart, he is no hero. The king closed his eyes. Once he would have made the exact same arguments. In fact, the chancellor was practically repeating his own words. He used to laugh at this legend when it was first mentioned to him. Bring the hero to me. The king repeated, emphasizing the name hero, as if by merely stating it he could will it to be so. As you wish, the chancellor replied, and departed. The king sat in silence. His strength had failed, the world had failed. All that was left was a silly old legend. And when that's all that's left, they don't really seem silly anymore. Tears began to flood his eyes as he bowed his head and prayed to whatever gods still cared to listen, that this last hope was not in vain. Welcome to Questing on the Road, an audio-only Let's Play of Dragon Quest I. As this is audio-only, visual elements for this video will be light. During my hiatus from YouTube, I found I couldn't do YouTube videos anymore, but I did find a small community that did audio-only Let's Plays. And as I really missed doing content, I started doing this podcast in its place. As a truck driver, I found stuff like this to be very useful for just long drives where I could just listen to it. There was no video elements. I could just listen to it and enjoy Let's Plays. I always enjoyed watching Let's Plays on YouTube. So hopefully this tradition will continue, and going forward I plan to do the other Dragon Quests eventually as well. So, and those probably will have a video element to them, but I still intend to keep them audio only friendly. But for now, let's go ahead and get on into the episode. Hello crew, welcome to Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest 1. And this would be episode 1. All of the sound tests have been done as much as I'm willing to do it. Eventually you just have to do episode 1. So here we are. A few things that probably is important to know. One, my name is Andrew. Second, I'm a truck driver. So if you hear strange sounds, trucks passing, you're welcome to the ambiance. It's be kind of nice and pleasant, hopefully. I am in my sleeper at the moment, so it's pretty insulated, but my truck itself may kick on while we're recording. My sound test, it doesn't sound too bad or too abrasive. I also haul refrigerated products, so sometimes that may also kick on, and depending on how old the reefer is, it's louder or not. Right now I'm hauling pallets, so there isn't even going to be on at all. It's raining a little bit. You shouldn't hear that too much. Again, if you do, it'll probably be pleasant. So let's go ahead and get on into the game. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time with an introduction here. So before we actually turn on the game, I'm going to be using my Galaxy tab here to play it on an Android, the Android version of it, which is a little bit jank. I kind of wish I had a actual portable console, with a controller to play it, but we'll make do. But I'm looking at the wiki for one, because I wanted to use the quote-unquote official name as our name, and apparently, there is no official name for him, although there was apparently some It says here, CD drama novelization. His name is Aleph, A-L-E-F. And as I'm reading on here, I'm not going to be using the name Aleph because something I never knew is the first Dragon Quest, your starting and stat progression for your character is somehow tied into a complex system based on your name. And Aleph sucks, by the way. Andrew also sucks. I guess the best name you can use is Kefka. I'm not going to do that. I've actually kind of settled. I'm just going to use the name Hero. They'll be calling us Hero. That'll work. Kind of nice. Also, a little trivia. Apparently, our character is 16. I don't know why that is, but there it is. That's what it says on the wiki. Let's go on into the game. Get it started here. Come on. Let me close everything up before I start it up. There we go. Turn up the volume so we can kind of hear the traditional start to any Dragon Quest game. There's usually some variation of this. And this is something I'm going to be doing. Well, let's listen to it. Yeah, something I'm going to be doing in these games is when we come across new music, we're going to take a moment to listen to it. Some of my favorite things about games, if not possibly the most favorite thing I love about games, is the music and the sounds. So we'll share that together. Now, I have played a little bit of this before. I'm going to go ahead and start a new one here. Right now I'm, of course, on the title screen. Got the Venture Forth button here. Press that. I'm going to create a new adventure log. Adventure log 2. And as I said, we're going to use the name Hero. So let me type that in real quick. All caps is fine, I guess. I don't know if that matters or not, but if all caps Hero messes us up, then, well, so be it. We're going to do it. I mean, when I played this as a kid, I used the name Andrew or Andy, which is a terrible name stat-wise, and I beat it, so we'll be fine. Message speed, I have no idea. 3. I think I can change that later if it really becomes an issue. We'll leave the music and sound effects as default because I can control that with the pad itself. Alright, starting out here, we've got, we're in a throne room, talking to a king, who's just called King. We will call him, King of Frederick von Poofypants. Hero, scion of the bloodline of Erdrick, hero of legend, long have I awaited thy coming. In days of yours, thy revered ancestors did receive of the almighty goddess the sphere of light. By its power was our world rid of the menace which did beset it. Yet, alas, some few years past, there did arise a new threat, the Dragon Lord. With his cunning, he did steal away the sphere of light from us, plunging the land into darkness once more. Should this state of affairs be suffered to continue, the night must surely take unrelenting hold and our realm perish. So I say unto thee, hero of the bloodline of Hero. Okay, it's weird to say it that way because we've named ourselves Hero. Hero of the bloodline of heroes. Vanquish the accursed Dragon Lord and reclaim the sphere of light. In the chests or yonder, or they're directly like next to me, wilt thou find items to aid thee on thy quest. Take what thou wilt with my blessing. Partake thee of the wisdom of these loyal subjects gathered here in my throne room. Doubt not but that their knowledge will serve thee. It seems like as the further this goes, the more he's getting oldie Englishy. Doubt not that their knowledge will serve you well. May the goddess guide thee to victory, and return thee unto us ere long, a brave hero. I don't know if I like the oldie time speak.
But it is what it is, and I don't think it ever stops in any of these games. So, all right, well, we've got 3 treasure chests, like I said, just right next to me. Get 120 coins. I think it's a torch and a key, which the key we use immediately to get out of the room. I don't think the original Dragon War that I played, of course, obviously the graphics are a lot worse, but I don't think you got these treasure chests immediately, and I don't think you had to like do anything weird to get through the door either. I think you just left. Also, I don't believe you started with a weapon in the old one, whereas I start with a bamboo, was it a spear, I think? Whatever it is, I'm going to be selling it about immediately when we get to the town, but... I got an advisor here. Dost thou know aught of poor Princess Gwaelin? Well, yes, but I'll say no. Princess Gwaelin is the sole heir and His Majesty the King. So it would be Gwaelin von Poofy Pants. Since the untimely death of Her Majesty the Queen, Gwaelin hath been our beloved ruler's sole source of comfort. Also, a half year prior to this day, foul monsters saw fit to tear the princess from the bosom of we, her people. I'm sorry. The way they're wording that, it works. I understand it. I understand the oldie-timey speak, but it just seems like a really elaborate way to say something that supposedly you're upset about. His Majesty speaketh not of the tragedy, but 'tis plain the loss doth pain him deeply. Brave hero, or maybe it's just the king that's upset, everybody else doesn't care. Brave hero, I beg of thee, deliver the princess from her plight. I plan to. Then we'll get married and live happily ever after. Tell you what, the controls are going to take some getting used to. Well, like I said, I'm playing on a tablet, and, let me turn the music up a little bit. I don't think you can even hear it. Eventually the music's going to get obnoxious, because it's very repetitive. Let me turn it down slightly. But, one more time. There we go. I was saying something. I don't remember what it was. Let's prithee tarry a while longer, it says. Oh, the guard wants to talk to me. Forgive me, but I would fain furnish thee with such counsel as may be of use on thy quest. Tutorial. Yes. Alright. Door's open. I do believe that consumes the key as well. We'll talk to some of these people here in the castle. I'm not going to spend I don't know, we'll see who all I talk to. I may or may not talk to everybody. There's a couple of people out here in the foray. I've gone down the stairs. All that was really up in the throne room was a door that immediately went to some stairs. Now I'm kind of in a corridor that goes outside the castle, but also has branches off, goes into a left and right wing of the entire castle. In days of yore, lo, the fair city Tantegel was a veritable fairground, wherein the merrymakers of the world did play. And yet now we are beset on all sides by foul fiends, and the golden days are no more. Oh, sweet memory. I think I was talking about the controls. Because I'm using a tablet, the controller is kind of on the screen itself. But also, I have to use it in portrait mode, which is uncomfortable for me. I would much rather be playing this in landscape, but you can't do it. Let me get myself adjusted here just a little bit, make it a little bit easier. Let's talk to this girl that's kind of sitting around here in the foyer. Oh, princess, where art thou? Could it be that the foul fiends who took thee away have taken thy young life also? Nay, we cannot, we must not surrender to despair. Brave hero, I prithee, forget all that I said. Henceforth, hope and hope alone shall guide me. Well, that's a good attitude. Oh, and I talk to you again. And I talk to you again. Okay, I need to stop doing that. There we go. In the middle of the courtyard is I think it's supposed to be a fountain, but I kind of recognize the pattern there in the middle. You can't get to it, but there's a kind of like a diagonal pattern to it, which, if I remember correctly, like is extremely painful to stand on in this game. And it may be future games. I might be getting confused with some things that happen in the future. Got a couple people in a room off here to the left side. I ply the trade of a wandering merchant. Lo, countless of our brotherhood have fallen into the hands of roaming beasts of late. Full many friends have I lost. Merrily, to speak of them bringeth tears to mine eyes. There's a little kid in here too, it looks like. Didst thou hear the rumors? Nope. They speak of a town laid to ruin by marauding monsters. I don't know that that's a rumor so much as the plot of the game. But as I go north here on this the west wing of the castle here, there's a door. I think it's locked. Yeah, it's locked. There's a locked door that has a bunch of chests and barrels and guard, which would be nice to loot, but I can't. It looks like there's a little guard area right in front, right up top, north of there. A guard at a table. The first priority must ever be to hone thy skills by battling beasts. As thou gainest in experience, thy level shall... Yeah, I know. I understand such basic concepts. And as I go off to the east, at least on the northern path, there's a bunch of more doors that you just can't get through yet. And there's a guard that's like marching around this pillar that I'm having to chase, trying to talk to him. And yeah, he's telling me what I already know. A magical key requires you to... Yeah. There's two people kind of like hanging out outside the back of the castle here. Would that I might pass all the remaining days of my life alone with my beloved. Yet the knowledge that a monster might rob us of this simple joy at any moment weigheth heavy upon my mind. Oh, well, I left. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go. I'm on the world map now. Now, to my north, there's like a mountain range, and directly to the northeast is a little town, which is like literally like 3 squares away. It's easy to get to. There's a kind of a channel of water, and across the channel, up on a mountaintop, there's a large castle, which, because I've played this game before, I know that's where the Dragon Lord is. And I know that basically the whole game is basically centered around trying to get over there, and it's not very easy to do. And I don't really remember how to do it. When it comes to these Dragon Warrior games, well, Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, I've played several. This one I've played before. I've played 2, I've played 3, I've played 4, I've played 8, 10, and 11, I think. This is the only one I've ever beat before, and that was like 30 years ago. So, I remember bits and pieces of it. But for the most part, I am still kind of along for the ride here. There is a little icon. This must be a part of the remake of a little map in the upper right-hand corner I can tap, and I can actually see the map of the entire world. And I think it's even showing me where cities are, which is kind of cool. I don't remember the map being this involved. See, mostly what I remember is the area on this that's depicted on this map. Basically, the stuff that's north. Everything south, I don't remember at all. So that's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and get into this little city here. Alright, got a city. Looks to the north. I've got a weapon shop. To the south, the inn. Of course, there's people milling around the middle. Let me just go ahead and see what all is here. Looks like there's a couple houses on the close to the east exit. In the northeast, looks like a room with a locked door. And let me see what this is down here. In the southeast side, looks like a house I can just go in. And a dude inside. Thou art welcome, wanderer. Thou art welcome, wanderer, and this our humble item. Okay, this is just the item shop. What do you have? Let's just see what. I'm not going to buy anything. Got a medicinal herb, torch, and dragon scale. I know what the medicinal herb and the torch does. I do not remember what the dragon skill is for or what it even does. Oh, we're good. Let's go ahead and leave this item shop. He didn't really have anything to say. This guy that's standing right outside of it says, "Welcome, friend. Welcome unto thee. Prithee, make thy way inside, and we shall be delighted to assist thee." Okay, he's just a barker. There's a little kid kind of on the south side of it. To the south there lieth a great fortress, shrouded in mist. Mayhouse thou hast espied it in thy travels? Well, stray not near it, for 'tis the home of the dragon. Oh, yeah, here's a guy that tells you exactly what it is. So, lo, merely to mention this name doth strike fear into my heart. And he shudders, kind of has a little animation of him shuddering. The sprites here are, well, I hesitate to say they are, they aren't AAA cutting edge 2021. I guess we're in 2021 now, graphics, but they're better than the NES graphics. This little girl, well, young lady here. Tee-hee, nay, nay, thou art mistaken. I am not the fair apprentice Gwaelin, though the comparison doth flatter me greatly. Oh, thou art silver-tongued indeed, my lord. Very well, take me with thee. Okay. And, she's following me? Okay. Where are you following me to? Are you going to steal my wallet? I don't have much money. Matter of fact, I probably should go spend it before it gets stolen. Alright, let's go up here to the weapon shop. Welcome to our humble armory. How, pray, may we be of use to thee? You will let me buy. Yeah, like I said, we already have a bamboo spear, but I'm going to go ahead and buy our options here, as weapon-wise, is a bamboo spear, an oaken club, and a copper sword. I only have 120 gold, and the copper sword costs 180. But I definitely want to get the oaken club, because that's the more DPS we do, the faster we can grind, and the faster we can level up. So let me go ahead and click that a couple times. Oaken club. For this exquisite article, we ask a mere 60 gold coins. Wilt thou part with this modest sum? Wilt thou equip this fine item forthwith? Yes. Well, of course thou wilt. Wherefore wouldst thou purchase such a treasure, only for it to remain unused? Alright, I've equipped it. Let me go back into the buy menu, because there's armor here too. We've got a leather suit, plain clothes, and a leather shield. The leather shield's 90 gold. Plain clothes I could afford for 20. But if I just go out and grind 10 more gold, I can just go ahead and just get the leather suit immediately, which I think I'm going to do. Or actually, wait, let me sell that bamboo. Well, I can only get 5 gold for that. Still, that's 5 gold towards it, I guess. Selling the bamboo spear now. As ever, 1,000 thanks. Yeah, whatever. Alright, we're good there. See what this lady outside the thing has to say. Welcome unto thee, friend. Prithee take thy way. Yep, it's just another barker. Little kid out here on the lawn. The castle town of Tantegel bids thee welcome. Okay, this whole town must be called Tantegel. I thought it was Tantegel Castle. Well, it probably is. It's just, this is Tantegel town, that's Tantegel Castle. There's a guard here, kind of in a, I don't know if it's a grave or a monument here, just off the crossroads in the middle of town. Many a courageous young adventurer hath set forth from Tantegel town. Alas, nary one of them hath returned. I cannot help but fear that we are allowing thee to go forth to thy doom, hero. Well, thank you for your concern, but I'll be okay, I hope. Let's save the inn for a little bit. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of grinding. That's what we're all here for. I've got my club. I'm apparently naked as the day I was born, because I don't even have plain clothes for armor. Wouldn't know it from the sprite. In the sprite I look, pretty buff and armored, but it is not actually the case. So I'm just going to wander around here a little bit outside to see, just like I want to get the 5 gold together to get the leather suit. There we go. Turn it up a little bit while we're doing it. She slime, which is the red version of the slime. If you've ever played this game before, you surely know what a slime is, but for those who don't, Imagine a droplet of water that has landed on the ground but has still kind of maintained its form. So it's kind of flattened on the bottom, but it's still kind of a drop of water. And it's got two eyes and a very happy face. They're very happy to be here. And this music is for the threat level here, you would think it's much higher, but it is not quite that high. Let me go ahead and turn it back down here a little bit. All right. These should be fairly easy to fight right now. I'm going to attack. Hero attacks. I do 3 points. I get attacked back for 3. I started with 15 hit points. I now have 12. I have no magic yet. Another attack should take care of this. Yeah. Victory. Hero earns 2 experience points and obtains 4 gold coins. Now I'm not going to... Right now all we're doing is grinding a little bit here. So in the areas I'm grinding, what I'm planning on doing is when I come across new enemies, I'll explain it. In this case, it's just a she slide. We've already done this once, so I'm not going to say a whole lot unless something really weird happens. I killed it in 1 hit. I did 4 damage instead of 3. I think in this area there's only those... Yeah, here's a normal slime, which is a weaker version of that. Visually, the only difference is instead of being red, it's blue, which is just the normal version. I should be able to just take that in 1 hit. Yeah, 3 points, it's dead. 1 experience, 2 gold. I want to go ahead and grind here until I get to level 2, then I'll go buy the armor. And at that point, I think we might actually be at a decent stopping point for this first episode. Another she slime. And there, okay, there's the experience there. 2 experience points. That was enough to get me to level 2. My strength is increased by 2, hit points by 7, and I have 4 gold coins in addition to what else I have. So I'm heading back to town. Or trying to, if I can get this interface to work. All right. Step 1. Let me go ahead and buy that armor. Buy. Leather suit, 70 gold. I have 79 gold before I buy it. Leather suit. For this exquisite article, we ask a mere 70 gold coins. Wilt thou part with this modest sum? Wilt thou equip it forthwith? Well, of course he will. Hero equips himself with a leather suit. No, that's fine. I didn't have anything else anyway. Let's go down and go ahead and sleep at the inn. Maybe talk to some people here in the inn while we're here. There's a locked door I can't get through. Somebody crossed... There's 2 counters. That's weird. There's a counter like right when you first come in. There's a counter down near the bottom. And then there's an old man over here. Ooh. There's a chest of drawers inside. A chimera wing. There we go. Let's go ahead and steal his chimera wing and talk what he says. He's coughing. Beware the poisonous marshes, friend. Shouldst thou attempt to cross them when thou art not full good health, misery and death shall await thee. I'm paraphrasing a little bit there. See what this person across... like I said, there's 2 counters. There's one right at the door and there's one at the bottom, well, south side of the building. I'm talking to the person on the south side here first. Within these stout walls, thy gold and thy treasure shall ever be safe. What, pray, might thy pleasure be this day? I can apparently... This is a bank of sorts. I can store money and items. I don't know why I would want to. There must be a reason. It wouldn't be here if there wasn't. Alright, talk to the person at the right in the entrance. She welcomed. I didn't read it exactly what she said. Here a night's lodging may be had for a mere 3 gold. Yes. Thank you. Alright, let's go save. There should be a... Well, there isn't. I was going to say there should be a church here. Maybe that's later games. Later on, it's like you save at churches, and they'll remove curses, and Revive, well, okay. Yeah, it's probably a later game because they revive dead party members, which in this game there's only ever you. It's the king here, isn't it? I remember things. Alright, Kingy, what do we got? Brave hero, thou art returned to us. Full glad am I to see thee. Earn another 16 points of experience, and thou shalt attain a new level. Wilt thou record thy tale thus far in thy adventure log? Yes. Very well. It is made. Wilt thou continue? Not right now. It serveth even the mighty to take pause and reflect upon thy deeds from time to time. We shall await thy return most eagerly, brave hero. So, fairly easy start. In fact, I remember this being a lot easier than it used to be. And again, it's probably due to the remake. I'm sure they've done some kind of balancing here. If I remember, it used to be a heck of a lot easier just to even get the club. I don't think they even gave you money to start, or if they did, it was just enough to get a bamboo stick. Because if I remember right, you didn't even start with a bamboo stick. But it also seems like it took a lot longer to get to the point where you're like one-shotting stuff, as opposed to doing it at level 1 just because I have the club. I don't know. I'm sure it gets more difficult. Maybe just the balances come for the early game, because I don't know. I just remember the early game being a heck of a lot harder. Just grind worthy. A fight with a slime used to be like this epic drawn out thing, and maybe I'm just not remembering it right.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this episode. It's kind of been a long time coming. I've been meaning to get around to doing this for about a year. Yeah, it's going to require some editing on my part, because the fact that I was in a truck was both a blessing and a curse. For one, a good thing about being in the truck is it's kind of an insulated and small area inside the cab there, which is good for sound. And it's actually a problem I have here at the house now is I have a little bit of echo I'm always having to fight and worry about. The bad point is vibrations and echo. There wasn't really a whole lot of it in this episode, thankfully. In future episodes, there are things I'm going to have to fix. Sometimes I'll let it go, sometimes I'm not. You'll hear it when you get to it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm planning on going on to Dragon Quest II after this, which will be also have a video component to it. The only reason I don't have a video component to this one is because I didn't record video when I was doing this initially. So let's not drag it out any further until we roll on into the next quest. Be safe. Bye-bye.